Welcome back to another day in the life of a small business owner living on the Oregon coast. I am a pattern designer and a seamstress, and today we are doing something that I've been putting off for months, and I'm so sorry, Ashley, if you're watching this. I have been busy, but also I forget that commissions are not my favorite. Ashley's a friend of mine, and I wanted to do this for her, so today we're actually finally going to make it. I had her come do a try on the other day. We've tweaked something, and now I'm cutting the liner. I'm using a 7-ounce canvas for the liner and then a quilt for the top, and I'll show you. It's a really cool like pink and navy blue quilt. We're doing a fully custom camp coat. We're doing it to fit her and her needs, so that's very exciting. So I thought I'd bring you guys along as maybe some accountabilities that I actually get this done. And you can see what it's like to do a commission, how long it takes. It's 10:01 right now a.m. I am just starting off, not including the time it took to manipulate the pattern in Illustrator to like fit her measurements. So that's already been done. Now it's just about cutting and sewing and hopefully getting her into another try on today or tomorrow at the latest so that I can finish it up and get it off my plate and stop being a procrastinator. We're gonna start with a bit of a longer foot because she wanted to try that first. So first thing I like to do when doing a custom and using a new pattern is start with one sleeve and like one side of the jacket in case for some reason a sleeve's not fitting or whatever, like if it doesn't fit, then I can adjust and do the other sleeve correctly. So let's start there. Inside pocket is an absolute must, so I'm gonna sew that bad boy on now. It's 11:02, so it's been an hour and I'm not even done. I've not even done the liner yet, but we keep going. Okay, it is 11:30 and I just finished the liner, so it took me an hour and a half to cut and sew and top stitch and all that fun stuff. Pocket. It still needs the collar portion. I'm gonna cut that out now with the quilt. Let me show you the quilt that we're gonna use. It's so pretty, I love it. My mom found it for me in Kansas while she was there. Let's see if I can get this down a little more. So this is gonna make a sweet jacket. I really hope it fits her because I'm about to cut this and I'm scared. And if I have to take it in a bit, I will, and that's okay. We're gonna bag out the liner on this. So this is a camp coat. And I'll show you how we bag out the liner when we get there. I'm so scared, you guys. But we're cutting the quilt now. We're doing it. We're doing it. Okay, it's 12:08. I just finished cutting out the coat. My friend Tony is gonna stop by the studio for a little pant swap thing that we're doing. So I'll get right back on here when she leaves. Okay, my friend just left. She brought a bunch of clothes for me to try on, which was really fun, and I took some from her. I don't need new clothes, but now I have some. It's 1:10, and I'm gonna start sewing together the quilted layer. And then I think as soon as I sew all that together, I'm gonna take a little break and take the dogs now. My friend also left her dog here while she went to the dentist, so I'll take the dogs for a walk and I'll take you guys along with me. So let's start sewing together these, and yeah, let's get to it. Look at this. This lined up well. Look at that. It's hard when things are handmade, like this quilt, to like line stuff up, but when it works, it looks good. I decided to do the pockets after. Usually I do the pockets first, but because this isn't my jacket and I am taller than Ashley and just a different size, like I want to make sure the pockets fit her well. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to do the pockets after, which sucks because it's so much easier to do it flat. But I think in the long run, having it fit Ashley well, like, is obviously the priority. And even though it's gonna be a little more difficult for me, it will be fine. We're gonna sew the shoulders, and then I'm gonna press it, and then we're gonna top stitch these two. Then we'll sew the sides, I'll press it, we'll top stitch it, and then we're gonna add the sleeves. Just wanna show you that I fuck up sewing too. My ends don't match, and I thought it was just because I was cutting on the projector and like maybe just messed up, but then the other side matched. So now I have to seam rip, which is always fun. Fun thing with seam ripping, you guys, it's dangerous, but if you feel comfortable with a straight blade, it is so much sharper and faster than a seam ripper. And I prefer using a straight blade a lot of the time, but it is sketchy, so don't use it if you're sketchy. Oh my God, see, I'm like concentrating, but then put its little safety back on. Pressing, the most important thing in sewing. I used to never press when I first started out. I was like, oh, pressing doesn't really matter. I don't really need to do it. I don't know why I thought this way. I just think I was lazy and, you know, didn't want to do it realistically. But if you're watching this and you don't press, 10 out of 10, take the extra effort. Your stuff turns out so much better. Your seams are straighter. Everything's better when you press. Another fun sewing tip, these edge presser feet. If you can see here, one of the edges is longer. These really help with guiding your seams, especially for top stitching. They are awesome. This is an 1/8 inch. No. So I should not be top stitching right now. I'm gonna finish this one up and not finish the rest, because if this doesn't fit her, then I have to take the top stitching off as well as the inner stitch. So we are not gonna finish top stitching this. Fuck that, forgot about that. Okay, so we have the exterior, which I need to trim the bottom. We have the liner, and now I gotta do the collar. Then we'll put it together and we'll have Ashley try it on. It's gonna be fun. We have the outer and the liner and the collar and my tag, everything sewn on, which means we are going to attach the inside to the outside with no front facing pieces. And we can do that because this quilt and this canvas is gonna be stable enough for buttons. We're not gonna do snaps. Snaps, you might want to add some interfacing still if you're doing snaps, but we don't need to. So what you'll wanna do is, sorry, I don't have my tripod, so I'll try to show you as I go, is you're gonna lay your outer fabric out like this, with your sleeves out is fine right now, and then we're gonna take the liner, and with right sides together, we're going to insert it in. Not the sleeves though, you're gonna leave the sleeves pulled out on this. So here, I'll see if I can kind of show you. I have a video on the baby coat too, so if you wanna do this on your camp coat, you can see that, but like pull the liner out so it's right side out, because we want right sides together. So you can see that's my tag. And then you're gonna wanna line it up. So find your center and line that up. And the easiest way to do it is honestly just line up all the seams. Oh, and let's actually pull the sleeves back out, my bad. It's so much easier when the sleeves are out. So start lining up the front bodice, and I don't have clips, so I'm gonna pin it, and start there, and then make sure you line up the front seams where the shoulder seams are, pin, So we're gonna put the collar in too, but I kind of like to do like a rough pin first just to make sure everything's fitting and keep it in place before I put the collar in. And then same thing, you're gonna go down the line. Oh God, it's gonna be so hard to put pockets on you. I'm done. I'm gonna have to take this apart. So fun, but that's okay. It'll fit her better and she'll actually like where the pockets land and all that good stuff. Like, do I just put pockets on? Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go on a walk soon because I am losing steam. But let's put this collar in. So easiest way is to fold your collar in half if you didn't mark it like me, because I forgot to mark my notches. And then find the center of your jacket and line it up. And you're gonna wanna make sure whatever side you want to see is facing you, because that's gonna be the side of the... Oh, why does this look so small? I feel like this collar is too small, which is weird. Did I cut it? I was messing with it in the program and I think I may have made it tinier than I wanted. We'll see. Yeah, I think it's too small, guys. Fuck, I just spent so much time on this collar too. All right, so I have to redo the collar. I need to make it way bigger, which sucks because it was a really well done collar, but it is the wrong size. I think I cut out the wrong size collar for this jacket, so we are going to redo it. Okay, I redid the collar. It's longer now. So now we're going to put everything together. See if you can see this. And we're gonna sandwich the collar in between the liner and the outer. And clip. And I like using clips because you might have to adjust a little bit as you go. Yahoo! Okay, so then we just do this all the way around. Oh, and I'm a dummy and I forgot to take part of this, or leave part of this sleeve undone. So I need to make a hole in this. This is how we'll flip it. Now I'm gonna do a big hole because I'm gonna have to flip it a lot. There we go. Okay, sew it all together. $4.47, and I got the jacket assembled, so now I'm turning it all inside out because we bagged the liner. So I'm turning it out through the sleeve of the liner. And this is the most nerve-wracking part because the hem of this, you guys, was not quite right or aligned. So I think I'm gonna have to adjust it, but I wanted to pull it all out and like see it first, you know? Sometimes it's easier to know. And yeah, so sick. I have to press it, poke all the corners out, make sure the hem is even, and then it's ready for Ashley to try on. The sleeves are going to be too long, I already know that, but it's better to be too long than too short. Okay, it's 4:56. My studio is a disaster and the coat is almost done. It's looking so good. I need to trim some sleeves. These are gonna be way too long on her, but again, I want her to try it on, and it's better if you're making something for someone else to make it too big than it is too small. So if this happens to be too big anywhere in the sides or the sleeves, all I have to do is take it in because I haven't top stitched it. Not all of it, but I haven't top stitched most of it. Same with the sleeves. So I'm gonna leave them long because worst case scenario, I just take them in, you know? But I'm stoked. This jacket is looking so sick. This quilt is awesome. I have the inside pocket. We still have to do the outside pockets, but again, we weren't 100% sure on the length for her. So this is longer maybe than it will end up being, and I didn't want to put the pockets, you know, somewhere if we like ended up taking a lot of length off. Like I didn't want that, but I love it. I took 2 inches off of, this is the extra large, and I took 2 inches off of the sleeve cap so that it would fit on her shoulders just like it fits on mine. And then we added some length. This is 27.5 inches right now. We originally were gonna do 26 inches, but she liked the extra length, so we're gonna keep it and see how she feels. Collar looks super cute. I did this on the front bodice so that we could put the buttons along these because they already kind of look like buttons, and I think that will be really, really neat. So I'm excited. It's looking good. But it's like 5 o'clock. I have to feed my dog. I need to clean up my studio. So that is it for today's day in the life, I guess. Day in the work life. I'm also wearing sweatpants already. So I'm gonna go do all my chores and knit on the couch for the rest of the evening, and then we will finish this up another day once Ashley tries it on. So thanks for watching. If you like videos like this and watching just like a normal person in their day in the life with their small business, you should subscribe at Lorraine Handmade, and please like and comment below and let me know what you think about this jacket so far. Thanks for watching.